To start Honk off with smaller dogs this time, I think it's important that he is well wounded with all the dogs, and he seemed to be doing excellent with them. That's very important with part of his rehabilitation, to be able to socialize with small and big dogs. He has a certain amount of fear that's related to his problem, which is most problems with dogs are revolved around fear. And so the key is the socialization, which actually dissipates the fear hormone, which is the same with this little girl. Fear. She looks at weaknesses within dogs and she reacts to them. And so she likes a strong dog, an assertive dog like this. Helps her. You see? See how she submits to the assertiveness? Which is great. Because I'm sure that she's not around small dogs to be able to have this chance. And Flash has no problem giving it to her. He likes it himself. There are those who would believe that fear is not the culprit here, that it has to do with dominance. And I say no. The majority of problems that we have with our dogs are related to fear. Most of the problems that human beings have with themselves and with others are related to fear also. The fear of not being understood. This is with a dog named Jacoby. Jacoby was having a problem with people and dogs. It takes this kind of dog's personality to help Jacoby. Yeah. To bring him out. She says, hey, come on. Come on. Give me everything you got. I want that feeling. It's about a feeling. Not understanding this philosophy, this concept, can be the life and death of a dog, really. Because if they don't comply to what we want, or the way that we live, and we don't know how to introduce them to that way of life, then their life is going to be shortened. And by that I mean they will be taken to the pound and the possibility of being put to sleep. So it's very important that they interact like this. You see, she shows the very submissive side of her, which brings out the parental side in the dog that she's doing it to. Or it can bring out the dominant side because they see that she's being subordinate. They can take advantage of it in any type of way. Like this guy is being assertive and dominant, but not necessarily aggressive. But this is a way of balancing himself, a way of teaching him to judge his level of aggression. So important for them to do this and for other dogs to be around it and accept it and for them to see that it's happening. It opens up a side of them that makes them feel a certain way. Look at Jacoby's tail. He's enjoying the festivities of what's happening here. It's an emotional feeling, a hormone that's being thrown out that he's accepting. Okay? And the same way with Buddy. It's important for him to see that too. Doesn't matter how big or how small they are, because a little dog is really a big dog in a little dog's body. Look at this guy showing his teeth. Right, he's showing his teeth to Jacoby. He's just saying, hey, I don't want to be a part of that. And that's okay for him to communicate that in those ways, but not to physically show his disapproval in terms of biting or fighting. We don't want that. And if we can see, get his face in here. Yeah. This is what I look for when I'm working with dogs. I'm looking for what looks like a mock fight, but you see that the dogs are judging their level of aggression. This is important. This is physical and this is mental. And therefore, being that it's physical and mental, they're getting everything that they need to balance themselves. All of the hormones are being pushed simultaneously. And this is how they learn to socialize. This is how they pack up. Look at Buddy. He likes that. He doesn't know he likes it until it happens. And then he says, oh man, no one has ever made me feel this way before. I'm so happy. Thank you. But you've got to have the right dog. As human beings, we have to have the right person that makes us feel this way. If we find it, beautiful. Life changes for us. Look at him. This is the happiest that he has been. No dogs have ever pushed him to become this. They've always seen his idle threats as something to stay away from. But this particular girl says, no, bring it on. Show me what's inside of you. Some people can do that to us and make us feel comfortable. And we walk away saying, you know, I like that person. Look at that smile on his face. Look at the heart is racing because of the hormonal thing that was done to him in a physical way, which actually opened up his mind for something new. So we'll continue that with that particular girl every day to help him to become a better dog. It's beautiful. Time for breakfast. Come on in here, Jacoby. You know, understanding and knowing that a little dog is really a big dog in a little dog's body allows for me to put pit bulls with smaller dogs, or big mastiff dogs with smaller dogs, because I know what the mind is. I've seen it many, many times. Hey, let's eat many times. And so by seeing that, I'm able to give them exactly what they need. And they need the socialization.